All right, item number 3 on our list, which is really an arbitrary list. You know, we have in South Africa the CCMA, Council for Conciliation, Mediation and Arbitration. The purpose of it is to try to reconcile parties to one another. If that can't be achieved, then to mediate. And if a proper mediation can't be achieved, then the council arbitrates, gives its opinion. So arbitrary doesn't mean random, it means in your own opinion. An arbitrary example, just an example that you yourself pluck out of thin air to illustrate a point perhaps. Right. So this is our arbitrary list, a list that we think works and that is good and that is helpful and that will stimulate people's thinking, but it's not necessarily the perfect list. We don't pretend that at all. Item number 3 is antibiotics. There's a guy, a guru of prepping, so to speak, called Selko. I think it's actually supposed to be pronounced Željko, from Yugoslavia, who was in the Yugoslav Civil War from 1990 to 1994, actually a bit beyond that really, some of it dragged on. And he was entrapped in Srebrenica or Sarajevo, one of those places, and learned a lot about civil war and how to survive it and so on. And he went to the USA, and he now has a website, excuse my language, called Shit Hits the Fan School, which is one of the biggest prepper websites in the world. And he does some really great courses. And in one of them, he described how almost nothing in a civil war is more valuable than antibiotics. He even makes the point in one place that you don't have to have weapons. Because if you've got antibiotics and people are dying of gunshot wounds and disease and so on, and you have antibiotics enough to trade with, you can trade those antibiotics for any weapon under the sun. Now, of course, you and I both know that if you are not able to defend your family lawfully, to safeguard their welfare lawfully under international law, well, it doesn't help having anything. Somebody with well-armed person can come and steal your antibiotics. Nevertheless, there's a principle there that's worth being conscious of from this guy who really knows what he's talking about. Antibiotics are exceedingly valuable in times of civil crisis.